Morning you guys, it's Karen and I am here to do a review of this, if you can see it. Sorry, the lighting in here is all kinds of weird. I've got the sun shining straight at me. I think that's why I look so white and that looks so kind of blanked out if I put it up that way. Anyway, it is the Bondi Sands Zinc SPF 50 mineral sunscreen that I showed you in a haul, and I have been using and testing out in all sorts of ways, like under makeup, with nothing underneath it, so just using this to see if it's moisturising enough, etc. And I have got my notes and make sure I'd covered everything, and I like this. I really like this so far. This is £11.99 and you get, I think it's 50ml, yeah, 50ml, so it's only a small bottle, but I am going to tell you about the body one at the end because there's a couple of other ones you can buy from the Bondi Sands range. So £11.99 for an SPF 50 I think is pretty decent. It's 100% mineral, so it does have zinc in it. It also does have titanium dioxide. Further down the list, it doesn't tell you the percentages or anything, but that is something to know because I know that some people like to avoid that. So it does also have titanium dioxide in it. It claims to be lightweight and invisible, and so the zinc that is in here is nano. It is a nanoparticle, so that's how they're able to make it invisible and lightweight, I guess you could say. This has alcohol in it at number 6, which is something I haven't seen for a while. A lot of the products I buy, I make sure they're fragrance free. I'm not too bothered about alcohol as long as it's lower on the list. Like I said, this is number 6, but I know some people want to avoid it completely. There's no fragrance in here, and it has some aloe leaf juice in it, which is nice, and some sodium hyaluronate, which some people might be happy with, some people not so much. I don't mind a little bit of sodium hyaluronate in products. I don't find it a particularly useful ingredient, but I don't mind it. This is also vegan and cruelty free. So my experience with it, I'm going to show you, no, I'm not going to show you it on my hand because I'll actually make sure I put it on. I'll film it tomorrow morning when I'm putting it on. I enjoyed it the first time I used it. I was like, this feels nice. It doesn't feel as thick as I expected it to. It spreads easily on my skin. It didn't, you know, I thought it might be hard to spread over my face. I thought it might then afterwards just feel like it was sitting there, but it didn't. It felt like it immediately absorbed. The first time I used it, I used a serum underneath it. I think I was still using the Isntree one. So a kind of hydrator underneath this because my other concern was that it wouldn't be very hydrating. The main one that I can refer to that I've had the tight feeling with is the ordinary SPF. If I used that without a serum or without an oil or something underneath it, my skin would feel very tight, and I didn't like that at all. So I was worried that would happen with this, but it didn't. I used it without a serum. It took me a while, I kept forgetting. So once I used that serum up, I was like, right, I'm just not going to put anything else in my bag until I've tried this without a serum. So I've used it for a few days just on its own. So nothing else, no vitamin C, nothing else underneath, just this. It goes over my eyes with no stinging, and there was no tight feeling. The only thing I would say is that I don't think it would be good for dry skin, super dry skin. My skin, I would say, is combination, and it can feel tight, but it's not like I don't have dry patches or anything like that. Like it's quite easy for me to avoid that dehydrated feeling, if that makes sense. But I think people that are looking for something super moisturising might not like this on its own. I know a lot of you use a moisturiser underneath anyway, don't you? So that might not be cause for concern. There was no cast on me. There was no white cast at all on me. Hopefully it won't show up. It'll be interesting when I watch it back on camera, because sometimes I can say there's no white cast or there's no oiliness, and I watch it on camera and it looks like there is, you know. But I couldn't see any white cast on me. Hydrating, what else have I said? No stinging of my eyes, and it was really good under makeup. It was like I just had a normal moisturiser on underneath makeup. It was a really good base for makeup. It didn't make my makeup break down any differently, or, you know, and I didn't have to wait for ages to put my makeup on either. There's a few SPFs that I've used that I feel like I'm sitting there kind of tapping my fingers waiting for it to sink in before I put foundation on. Not necessarily because it changes it, just because it feels better, I feel like, to have a bit more of a, not completely matte, but maybe a demi-matte finish, you know, not an oily finish, so that you're not sort of just moving your foundation around. So great under makeup. So that's everything from my point of view. So it's a winner for me. But like I said, there are a couple of other products from them, and I'm also going to talk to you about reviews. So actually, let me tell you about the reviews first. In the main, they're really good, but the one consistent thing is that people are saying it leaves a white cast. So although I'm saying I didn't notice that, I've got very, very white skin anyway. So I don't know whether the people leaving those comments have darker skin, but there is a lot of comments saying that it leaves a white cast. But everything else seems to be really positive. So that's something to be aware of, depending on your skin colour and whether or not that kind of bothers you. You know that you might have to really rub it in to get rid of a white cast. So the other products they do, like I said, they do this in a body form, and so that is 120 mils, so more than twice this, but it's less money. It's £9.99. This one is £11.99. Still an SPF 50, the body one. I can't actually see what the specific differences are. I'm not saying that every ingredient is the same and in the same order. It's definitely not. But I can't see anything major as to why you couldn't use the body one on your face. Let me know if anybody's... particularly Lorraine, if you're watching, you will know products that you'll look at and go, no, I'm not going to use that on my face if you've got, you know, rosacea or sensitivities. But I can't see anything that would stop me getting the body one and using it on my face. So I might well do that when this runs out and do a review of that for you. So that one, like I said, is £9.99, but they also do another two. They do a tinted one for £8.99. It's 75 mils. So again, it's cheaper, but the reason it's cheaper is that one is octocrylene and avobenzone. So that's not one I would use for sure. And then they also have a face fluid that is cheaper again. It's £7.99, although it's 50 mils. So like this, that one, again, I wouldn't use because it's got homosalate in it and octocrylene. So they're both the sort of chemically type, the chemicals that I don't want to use. So that's the other products they have in the range. But yeah, I'm really, really happy with this so far. And it'll be interesting to see what the body one is like, and I'll do a comparison. Let us know if anybody else has tried this and what you think of it as well, because the more opinions, the better, really. And that's everything. Thank you so much for watching, and I will speak to you again soon.